yes! Charmed is back, finally! And we are in the last 5 episodes. This is it, man, before season 1's over. It's gonna be wild. Hey guys, it's Kristen, and today we're talking about episode 18 of the Charmed reboot. There was a lot that went on this episode. We got a new white lighter played by Chloe Bridges. We finally get to see Galvin come back from his mysterious journey trying to find out how to get rid of the demon in Macy. And coincidentally, as Galvin returns, there's a new demon on the loose. Give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you like my videos. And of course, this is a channel where pop culture, fandom, and community collide. So leave a comment down below and let me know what you thought about this episode of Charmed. I cannot wait to hear what you guys think. So starting off, we have a new white lighter, Tessa, coming into the picture, played by Chloe Bridges, and I have to say I really enjoyed her dynamic with the girls. I know that they don't trust her at first, but she definitely is someone who wants to see them grow in their magical abilities, which is something that I agree with. And I think once she came into the picture and is kind of testing them, we are seeing a lot of magic at the very start of this episode, which I loved. Maggie is really trusting her a lot in this episode, and I think Maggie specifically we're seeing deal with kind of a lot of stuff all at once. She's sort of like expanding her empath powers to be able to hear the dead before they pass on, which is really creepy but also really cool. And we also see her trying to figure out her identity now that she's sort of realizing that because Macy's her sister and her dad is black, that means that she's half black and half Hispanic. I thought that that was a really interesting topic to bring into this story because Sarah Jeffery, who plays Maggie, is actually biracial and is black in real life, and they start kind of diving into these ideas of her black identity, diving into black culture a little bit, and what determines blackness. And I think that that was actually really refreshing to see because I know that there are definitely people out there who struggle with that idea, and at the same time, you know, for this show specifically, they had touted it as a Latina-led series, and then we found out that Sarah Jeffery and Madeleine Mantock are actually not Hispanic at all, but they are both black. So I think bringing their actual backgrounds and identities into the storyline makes it more authentic, and I enjoy seeing that being portrayed. If you want to know a little bit more about the representation in Charmed, I did a whole video you can check out over here. Let's get into Macy. This was an interesting storyline because we finally got to see a little bit more of what was going on with Galvin on this island trying to figure out how to get rid of Macy's demon side, and when he comes back everything seems like it's fine. She's telling him I really would actually rather keep my demon side, and he seems cool with it. And then, you know, demon activity arises, and poor Mama Roz, unfortunately, was one of the victims, but we do get to see Maggie use her powers to speak with the dead and learn who killed Mama Roz, and she kind of learns about this spirit that's been displaced, and it turns out it's Galvin's. So Galvin has been possessed by a demon from this island that's kind of like a parasite and wants to attach itself to Macy. This was honestly, to me, one of the most interesting things that we've seen Galvin as a character do. I typically have felt that Galvin and Macy's relationship was a bit boring, so to see the actor who plays Galvin come in and kind of be a little bit of a demon, a little bit of an evil guy for a bit, and kind of take on this new role, I thought that was a lot of fun. It was interesting because this demon actually wants to be in Macy's body, and they talk about this idea of like thresholds, like the spaces in between life and death or day and night, and this demon really wants to be in Macy, I guess, because she kind of represents a lot of thresholds, you know, a lot of in-betweens. We learned that Macy was actually stillborn and now she's alive. She's a witch, she's a demon, you know, there's just a lot going on there. And so that was something I thought was interesting also to find out, because I know that we didn't really learn how Macy had died when she was younger, and now we learn that she was stillborn. Something I thought was really interesting actually about this episode was at the very beginning we see the girls being tested by Tessa, and you know, they bring out their fire extinguisher, and you know, they're kind of like all over the place trying to stop her fake attack. And then when the girls are going up against this evil demon version of Galvin, they end up kind of doing exactly the same thing. They've got the fire extinguisher and it works. And I felt like this was another example of the girls not always having the most conventional plans, but they always pull through in the end. And I feel like the elders and the white lighters just need to trust that, and instead of trying to change the charmed ones, just like help them. You know, help them learn more about their powers, but go along with their plan, because I feel like they always manage to do the right thing and save the person they're supposed to save, but still defeat the evil person. We even see Macy use her demon side to help them, and I could see why they'd be a little bit worried, like what if she doesn't stop her demon side, but I think that there might be a reason why, based off of fate, that Macy has these demon abilities and is still a charmed one. Once Galvin is saved, we kind of get him turning into a little bit of a Harvey Kinkle from Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, where he's just really not interested in being involved in any of this magic stuff. And I think that really hurts Macy because they do love each other, and he kind of wants Macy to get rid of a part of herself. You know, it's this demon part, but you know, there are good and bad in everybody, and I think that Macy can control it, and so it just kind of sucked to see Galvin being like, I don't want to do this anymore if you're gonna be part demon, because this is who she is, this is who she's always been, you know, it's not like this demon thing just popped up out of nowhere. Technically, she's had this ability in her entire life since she was brought back when she was born. And then, you know, we got to see Macy and Maggie have this moment where they were just talking about kind of being split between two parts of yourself doesn't make you any less than, and they were talking about Macy's demon and witch side, and Maggie finding out that she is black, and I think that that was a really nice moment to kind of be able to see that they were embracing themselves and who they are, and kind of coming to terms with these ideas that they might be a little bit different than they originally thought, and that's okay. Like, embrace who you are, and don't let someone like Galvin, who's afraid, make you question who you are. I have to say though, this was another really great sisterly moment that Mel was not a part of, so I was really disappointed in that. I just wish that they would bring Mel into the picture more, you know, do something, maybe have some kind of episode where Mel just really embraces this new sisterhood, because I'm tired of her always being the outlier. I need it to be the charmed ones, the power of three, the sisterhood is the most important, bring the sisters together. And speaking of Mel, this episode, she wasn't as heavily featured, but a lot of crazy stuff happened with her as well. The biggest, I would say, is that she told Niko the truth that she's a witch, and Niko, man, she is smart. She could even tell, like, she felt like the realities were twisted or something, and she just knows that something is up. So Mel has told her the truth. I wonder if she's gonna tell her even more and tell her about their past life together. If she does, I could see Niko being really pissed off about this, because Niko seems like the kind of person that doesn't want someone else coming into the picture and kind of changing her fate, you know, like I feel like she would not be cool with that. And then Mel also learns that Fiona has killed pretty much everyone in this Arcana. The only survivor is Jada, probably because she is a white lighter. And you know, I still don't know what Fiona's plan is. We do learn that all white lighters are connected, so I don't know if there's a way that maybe she's gonna take advantage of Harry to somehow tap into all the white lighters' abilities or something like that. But regardless, looking into next week's episode, it is going to be the Charmed Ones versus Fiona. This is going to be a really big battle. I'm pretty excited. Maybe we're finally going to learn what Fiona's big plan is, because right now we're a little bit in the dark. All we know right now is that Fiona is one of the only witches alive whose power can match the Charmed Ones, so this is going to be one hell of a fight. And it looks like everything that's happened so far is leading up to this big prophecy. Everything, including Charity killing all these other elders, Fiona, I think, killing all these other witches, you know, it's all kind of leading to this big culmination of this prophecy, so I can't wait to find out what happens. All in all, I enjoyed this episode. I feel like we got a lot of information, it wasn't too all over the place, we got to see a new side of the actor who plays Galvin, and I really enjoyed that. Secrets were revealed, relationships were broken up, bonds were tested, people learned more about their own identities. Yeah, there was a lot going on in this episode, and I had a lot of fun with it. If you like this video, make sure to check out my other Charmed reviews over here. I also have other movie and TV show reviews that you might be interested in, and drop down in the comments to continue the conversation. I cannot wait to hear what you guys thought about this episode. See ya!